So my other thought is that defensive end is stacked. Are any of those guys capable of moving inside? Because the D tackle position seems to be a little thin and not necessarily star-studded.
Well, there's a lot of talk of Buckeyes coming out with more of a five-man defensive line that they're going to use at times. The one guy that I thought was going to move inside last year, and I think we'll see it quite a bit more this year, is Nick Bosa. I think he's got the size, he's got he's got the skill set that he can slide in. I think Hubbard, he's mainly a defensive end. He's that speed guy. I don't see him moving in. Of course, he's the former safety, former linebacker, former tight end, now playing defensive end. So I don't think he's got the size to move in. Bosa does. I can see Tyquan Lewis playing some in. Jalyn Holmes, I don't think he's got the size. So big one, I think, is Bosa. I think Bosa you will see in. I think Tyquan Lewis you could see in. And then Draymond Jones is going to stay in during that five-man. So the talk is five-man with Hubbard, Bosa, Draymond Jones, Jalyn Holmes, and then Tyquan Lewis. So that would be a pretty fearsome five. Of course, they can't do it all the time, but I think, at certain situations, I think that's going to cause some problems back there.
So is that strictly a decision? And again, it's only going to be in certain spots, but strictly a decision to get the best players on the field?
I think it's, I mean, when you've got that much talent, and to think we haven't even talked about a guy like Jonathan Cooper, who was a five-star guy last year who dominated the spring game, it's just trying to maximize getting enough talent on the field. And I think also it's a way to alleviate the lack of experience and depth at linebacker. The three guys that are starting are proven. They've done their thing. The guys right behind them, you just don't know about. So I think it's a way that they can maximize getting their talent onto the field while also possibly giving, Dante Booker a breather, or Jerome Baker or something. So, it's just about getting all those guys onto the field. And who knows if it will actually happen. It seems like every spring we kind of hear of some new gimmick that the Buckeyes are going to bust out, whether it's Braxton Miller throwing from the wide receiver or something, it just never really happens. So it's fun to think about just because they got so much talent out there at defensive end. But until I actually see it in a game, I'm going to be a little skeptical that they actually run it.